Hello, everybody. Halloween episode coming at you.
You gotta say the title. The Spitball Cinema.
You said spitball or cinnamon almost.
Well, Spitball Cinnamon sounds good, but
That
it's
does sound
Spitball Cinema. Thanks
Cinnamon
for
roll
coming
sounds
back.
good,
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. This is a nice opening.
What? What are you trying to say?
So we're here, Halloween season, and we really want to kind of get into the meat and bones, the ones that a lot of people have seen and talk about them. And so we're going to be going through the Halloweens, Nightmare on Elm Streets. By the way, they just put out a 4K version of the first one, and it looks awesome. And then we got the Saw movies too. I don't think you've seen any of those, right?
No.
You seen any of those?
No.
Yeah.
It's like anything. Start
Yeah.
off good,
Yeah, and then
drags for a while,
right.
and then all of a sudden they make a good one, like 8 movies
Right.
in, and you're like, hey, wow, this is really good. And then they
I
just
liked all
tail
of
back
them.
off.
I liked them.
Yeah. But one of the things we were going to talk about was
The Shining.
The Shining.
Oh, we
Yeah,
gotta
because
forget.
That's definitely
Yeah,
a classic.
I mean, when you talk about Halloween, you have to talk about The Shining.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's one of the scary ones. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Let me throw a little info. For the more you know, a friend of mine named Todd was up for the role of Danny. I remember, if I
Really?
remember correctly, he told me, or his mom told me. But I think once the mom found out like what kind of movie it was going to be, she's like,
What
no.
an idiot.
Yeah.
Well,
no
she
doubt.
didn't know. I mean,
He could have been a tormented child actor. He could have been miserable.
he could be
his
the
whole
new
life.
Corey Feldman.
That's right.
You know,
Oof,
making
old-
great music.
Old Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
But no, The Shining.
I might be wrong on that, but Todd, comment on below if I'm correct, if you were up for the role of Danny, because I think I heard it from your mom or sister. So.
Yeah, let's do that, Todd.
It's my fucking friend. Fucking piece of shit. All right, so The Shining.
The Shining, the ones that actually did film it.
Yeah, The Shining. I'll tell you what, though, but as far as just psychological drama, something scary, actually watching somebody go crazy, it is one of the best examples in film that I can think of.
Yeah.
Of someone actually just slowly
Yeah, but
mentally losing
you
it.
would kind of, in the book, he slowly goes crazy. But when you look at Jack, we all knew Jack was crazy right from the beginning.
Yeah, for taking
Well,
that job?
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I mean, I would
It's
like
Jack.
it though, but I would love to
It's
do
Jack, but
Yeah, if your eyebrows look like they were carved onto a jack-o'-lantern,
yeah.
yes, you're going to look a little scary.
Just
to
the way
begin
he
with,
does
but-
something, even when he's talking to his kid on that drive in the car about cannibalism, right? And he's like shaking his head and stuff. And I'm like, geez,
By the way,
But,
his
but that one scene when he's just staring out,
the
he's
window.
just staring out the window, and his eyes are just, you're just like, what? And then what I thought was great was he's typing all through that sucker, all through that stuff that he's typing, type. and then to see what he's typing at the end,
Scared the
just
crap
the
out of me.
same sentence over in different formats. Then you knew he's lost his mind. I mean,
Yeah, and had for a while.
yeah, you're that kind of cemented. Yeah, he's nuts. Even though he had been seeing ghosts and talking and all that kind of stuff, but when you saw that, well, maybe it's not for us, but for Shelley Duvall. That's the part of the movie she realizes her husband has went insane.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
wants
but-
to kill
but I
her
mean,
and
she-
the kid.
But she carries that scene. Man.
Sorry, spoilers.
When she
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
what's going on. There's no spoilers for a movie that's
Been out
like
since the
40
70s.
years old, and there's
Well,
60, whatever
look,
along.
we got some young people that.
Well, I tell you what, Dave. At the end of this, you can say, put a, caution. This clip contains spoilers from 50 years ago.
I'm going to do one right now. Caution, spoiler, Scott's being a dick. Wow, now everybody knows. Sorry.
I know that. But people are pretty astute. I'm sure they figured that out long ago.
Yeah.
But no, it's just one of those great scenes where when she realizes just how far he's gone, and she just sells it. I mean, she sells
Hey,
it.
Dave.
Could you imagine seeing that in the theater?
Hey, Dave. Spoiler alert.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
The
no,
witch
here
in
he
The
goes.
Wizard of Oz gets killed when they throw water on her. Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
Scott.
no. What are we going to do? That was
I've
like
never seen that.
1939.
Thanks a lot, asshole. By the way, there was more than one witch that got killed.
Yeah.
No, the best one. The one of the West.
Oh, God.
How come there wasn't no witch of the South? Never mind.
Well, there
We're getting
there
off.
was.
Yeah, but we got to talk
Yeah,
about Freddy.
there was.
Come on.
But yeah. So that's one of those things. The Shining was just excellent. And oddly enough, one of the weirdest things that made me go back and watch The Shining was when we watched the movie Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
we
was
were
a,
watching Ready Player One.
dude. That was a great tribute to that.
And,
I remember
and
watching
they had
that.
that
at church.
whole scene
Man,
just on The Shining, and it was so
I
well
jumped
done.
up. I jumped up. I was like cheering and stuff because it was so great.
Oh, and the graphics were perfect. I mean, the scenes in the hallway and just everything was just right there. But they took all the fear and all the terror from the movie and just condensed it into a nice little 7 minutes maybe of film.
Yeah.
Crazy old lady.
Yeah, really well done. But no, The Shining was excellent. But it's like I was telling you guys, I've never saw Doctor Sleep. I never saw the sequel.
I just watched like the first hour of it. I need to go back and finish it, but it's from what I've watched, it's good.
It is good.
Yeah,
It's not great. But
No.
It's good.
But it's good.
I mean, it's good. It's watchable.
worth seeing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're a fan of The Shining, I think you would at least appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say it's as great as The Shining.
no, I don't think anything can.
You know,
But all right, before we get into the other movies,
was that it for The Shining?
what? No, my question is, why do you think George or Stephen King hated that movie so much? Still hates it to this day.
He didn't like the way Kubrick did it. Just for what I was saying at the beginning, in his book, you slowly see him lose his mind. And that's what Stephen King was saying, that from the very beginning you knew Jack Nicholson was crazy.
Well, they can't.
He said you knew it.
That book is huge. I mean, they have to do it
Well, I
fast.
know,
on a
but what
movie.
he's saying is that you could tell Jack was
Just a
crazy.
little too obvious.
Yeah, too obvious that he's crazy, right?
Well, see, then he also came out and said he liked the TV version of The Shining. Stephen King.
Right, I think because it.
To follow the book
Well,
more.
you didn't look at that guy and think, oh yeah, he's crazy.
Oh, no.
You know, but with Jack, Jack has his own personality. Even though,
Yeah.
I think Stephen King was being a little too harsh on it because I think Jack Nicholson's performance was great. I think it was really well done.
Yeah, I think he was, to the point where he
But
was on.
I do see King's point. You feel like Jack's kind of nuts from the beginning.
I mean,
Right.
It's not really a big stretch that he went nuts.
I mean, he could have said that's not my story, but I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was shot brilliantly, acted brilliantly. But no, he was telling people on interviews on TV, don't go see it.
Well, why don't you call him and ask him, and we'll have him on the podcast.
All right, are you gonna be a fucking dick after everything I say?
I can't speak for Stephen King.
Listen here, you
okay?
piece of shit.
Well, you know what? As far as Stephen King movies that turned out well, It, the recent version of It,
Yeah, I
very
really
good.
thought those movies
Now
were
the-
gonna suck, but they don't.
Which one? The first one? Or
Oh, yeah.
I like both of them.
Oh, yeah.
I actually like part 2 more than I did part 1.
In a weird way, I liked part one more, and
'Cause
then,
it's more
then
on the kids.
when I started, but then I went back and I watched them both back to back, and when you watch them back to back, the adults do such a good job of capturing
Yeah.
the way that the kids performed and the nuances of what they were doing,
Yeah.
and they pulled it off so well. And so that's why I was just like, that is a great continuation of all these different characters, and you get to fill in the pieces of everything that happened to them over the course of their lives until they come back to the town. But yeah, it was so well done. It's scary. That's a movie where
I didn't think they were gonna go that far, like showing him eating that kid, and
biting off the arm
boy, the
and
hell
and the
did
whole
they
bit.
go for it?
Oh yeah.
Woo!
I'll tell you what, it paid off though, because it's
Yeah,
an excellent movie. And it's still one of those movies that it's like, I know if I turn it on, I'm not going to be able to do anything else. I'm going to have to watch the whole thing. and it's
Like if you try putting on for background noise, you're not gonna get
oh
done
no,
what you're doing. Yeah.
no, you get sucked in. And Bill Skarsgård was just scary as all get
Yeah.
out in that thing. And when you look at him in real life, he's kind of a goofy fellow, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's
You know,
a
but,
clip of him like giving all the kids a high five for like say, all right, good job killing me or kicking my butt or something like that. Yeah.
But it was just so well done, so well done.
So yeah, definitely go check out Doctor Sleep. I'll go and finish it and maybe we'll talk about it.
I like the original It better.
But yeah, I'm just
I
saying.
mean, I like Tim Curry. I'm a big,
You're talking about the. We were talking about The Shining.
He's just saying that to get a rise because nobody likes that one. It's
What do you mean you don't like that one?
the acting was cheesy. The
Well,
only thing
Tim
good
Curry
in it,
was good.
Now, the
You
only
were
good,
just talking.
the only good
you
thing
were just
in it,
talking about It, right?
yeah, the only
So what
good
do you
thing in
mean-
it was Tim
What
Curry.
do you mean we're talking about The Shining?
You're not listening.
Well, I was listening to what you were saying, but I didn't think.
Turn the batteries
I didn't
on.
think It was. I thought we were talking about It.
See how you don't like when people.
But the TV series, the old TV series, the one with Tim Curry,
Right.
the only good thing in there was Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Right.
They really didn't go into
You didn't like John
the background.
Boy?
They
And then
didn't,
Ned O'Toole?
Forgettable.
I mean, she was hot.
Well, yeah, but forgettable.
Yeah.
The whole movie was forgettable.
but at
See,
the
I
same
don't
time,
think so.
because it was
I
made
thought
for,
it was great.
well, because it was made for television, they couldn't really. To me, it never had the
Is
scare
it because
factor.
they didn't show like gory violence and stuff like that?
Well, no, maybe that's it. I don't know. But I like the original better. I've seen both of them. I didn't think this one was that good.
You just like it because it scared your daughter.
Well, yeah, there's a story behind that.
You are a sadistic son of a.
No, well, listen. The original It, when my daughter was young and my niece and nephew, we were all over at their house, right? And they wanted to watch a movie, so, or they were at my house. And so I put an It for them. I let them watch it while I'm watching
How
it.
did you not get your ass beat by Christy?
They wanted to watch a kind of a scary. I think it was around Halloween time. They wanted, so I put in It for them, and they're back in my daughter's room, and I hear them talking back there, whispering, talking. So what I did is I snuck into the room adjacent to my daughter's room, and I
You were knocking on the wall.
I knock on the wall, and I hear my nephew go, "What was that?" He goes, "What the hell was that?" I mean, he's just a little kid, and he starts screaming, "What in the hell was that?" And I'm laughing in the other room, and I knock on it, and they start screaming and stuff, and I come running out of there, and to this day, all three of them still remember being scared by It,
Oh God.
watching It. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it does.
Jeez. All right, so let's jump over to Friday the 13th, because I think Scott's seen all of those. Correct?
Well, you don't have to cater it just to me, but yeah. I mean, I've seen most of them, I think, but maybe not like when he goes to the moon or something. I don't know.
It's actually one of the best ones.
I think.
Really?
Jason X.
I never saw that.
Oh,
one.
Jason X. I did see that.
He actually goes to the moon.
There's a kill in there where Jason takes a girl's head and puts it in the. What's it when you what's that?
The airlock.
No. When you put something,
Tang
if you
machine?
touch like it's
Cold.
liquid nitrogen.
Like in the
liquid
Terminator?
nitrogen,
Yeah, he does. He puts a face in it, and then he smashes it, and you just see this like.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
plus they
pretty
also
good.
had what's the director that did The Fly? David Cronenberg. He's in
Oh,
it.
now
Yeah.
see,
is
The
he?
Fly is a good one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Oh
Forgot
yeah,
about
we
The
forgot
Fly.
about The Flies. Yeah.
There's gonna be all sorts of things that are just gonna
Original
pop
or
up.
the remake?
Oh, remake.
Yeah, the remake.
Yeah.
Remake definitely, yeah, because it's got a little more gore factor than the original. The original is a little too cheesy. It's too B movie.
It was
Well, The Fly was just going, help
disturbing.
me.
I mean, it was
Help me,
disturbing.
help
That
me.
thing messed
Yeah.
me up when that little dude was in there going, "Help me!"
Yeah.
And that damn spider was coming over him, and he's like, "Ah." I mean, I freaked out. I That's why I don't like spiders and shit to this day.
You fucking make fun of me for getting scared at Thriller?
Well, yeah, I'm not. It's not Michael Jackson I'm running from.
Yeah. It's a werewolf,
I mean-
not Michael Jackson. You fuck.
I'm sorry, Michael Jackson is a werewolf. It is kind of scary.
Oh my god.
I-
And by the way, thank you to whoever stuck up for me about getting scared at Thriller.
It's my friend Walker.
Oh, Walker, thank you. Love you. He's a Missouri Ranger.
There you go.
Walker, Missouri Ranger. So I guess we could just say that all the Friday the 13th are the same formula.
Yeah, I mean,
They were good for jump
basically
scares and
after,
stuff.
like, I thought the original Nightmare on Elm Street was really scary.
All right, let's get to that.
Yeah.
When it first came out, that first one, it was a scary movie. It was disturbing. It was just like, it scared you. But then for some reason, when they made 2, they made him more campy. He was making jokes. And
Well, that was
stuff.
part 3, probably.
Well, no, part 3 was the Dream Catcher, where she comes back.
Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors, yeah. Dream Catcher, Dream Warriors.
But that's when he started coming out with like the one-liners, like
Well, it could be,
Welcome to Prime Time.
Oh,
B
yeah.
and-
You're right.
And then
But I did like that one. I think because she was in it.
Yeah.
Arquette,
Well, they did
she's a great actress. So.
Yeah, they did a great job in those movies, though, of just, it was a very good concept. The serial killer that actually kills you in your sleep.
Yeah.
It was just really well done, and he would just mess with you.
Yeah.
Because every time I worked in a haunted house one year.
Really?
Yeah, up in St. Joe, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Right, so they had a haunted house, and it was a gal I was dating, and it was like her cousin's haunted house and needed help, so it's like, all right, fine. So I had like a little werewolf outfit, makeup on, old school werewolf. And so I'd go in there and I had a little line that I would say, and I'd like smack the wall and make a big loud sound. Well, what you would try to do is all the people that worked there, the idea was whoever scared the most people and got them to wet themselves. That was the key. That was like the big thing that you could do is like you get someone to lose bowel control. That was a good night, And it was our Freddy Krueger guy every time. Every time. He got everybody. But it was because he had the claws and they were metal, right? And so he was behind these bars and he would just go, just clattering and scraping the things. Well, people knew that he's behind the bars, so they weren't scared. And they had the strobe lights going on. So, of course, everything looked so weird. And then when they'd go around the corner and he'd go across a couple of the bars, but then some of the bars were actually rubber, and he would stretch them open.
Oh, God.
And reach out, and that was it. People would lose their shit, and they would just take off running. But yeah, it was always Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was the one that always scared everybody. It's the scarred face, just the claws.
Well,
it was just
knives.
Yeah, knives for fingers, like Edward Scissors hands, but all scarred up and so. But it was good. I mean, a very iconic image.
That's part where he's chasing after that girl in the alleyway,
Yeah, and
his arms are so long. Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't get away. It's like, oof.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what that reminds me of? The arms. Remember Poltergeist?
The clown.
The clown.
Oh,
yeah. With the clown, and the clown's arms would come and, like, wrap around. I was just like...
Yeah.
That's another great
that
series.
scared
that
the
damn
Jesus
tree,
out of
too.
me.
That tree
my
comes in there.
Oh.
Is eating the kid and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, then you saw like all the blood mixed in with the sap from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the blood, the leaves, and the dirt and everything. It's just,
Yeah.
But, oof.
Yeah. Then
Sorry,
part 2
I got
was-
distracted when you said arms. I was like, it's the clown from the freaking thing.
Yeah. So even though that the Freddy's turn into more campy stuff, I mean, I still watched him and I still love him. And then I think New Nightmares when he was trying to make it more serious, which I don't really think it worked, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was good up to the end when they were like in.
But then you also have Halloween.
Yeah,
you
Michael
know,
Myers.
Probably the most successful independent movie ever made, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
As far as a low budget film making.
As far as low budget going mainstream,
Yeah, I would say.
You know what city that movie opened up in?
No. California?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
It opened here?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
opened in Kansas
Started
City.
here. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because back then they didn't have enough money to do a lot of prints to send out, so they sent a real.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember my dad going to see that.
Really?
Going to see
Saw it in the theater?
Halloween. Yeah.
The first run?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he came back and he was like...
He was blown away.
Yeah, he was like... Of course, he just tell me what happened and stuff, you know.
Now, see, I thought that I always liked Halloween. I thought it was great,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a showing that they were doing at the Alamo Draft House when it was still open, in Kansas City, and so grabbed the wife. I was like, "Hey, we're gonna go see Halloween." It's on the original 70 millimeter, right? So it's 70 millimeter,
Oh, wow.
big screen, the whole bit, And we get in there, and she's just like, "This film looks like crap." And I'm like, well, yeah, it's the original 70 millimeter film. She's like, yeah, but it looks terrible. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's the original. It's like, she's like, did it look this bad when they filmed it? And I said, well, no, the film's degraded and everything. So why did you take me to a film where the film doesn't even look right? I'm just like, I had no answers. And she's
Throw
just like,
popcorn at
why are the,
Yeah.
she's just like, okay, I don't want to watch this. All these people are stupid. And I'm just like, no.
Oh, my God.
Wound up leaving like maybe quarter of the way into the film.
I'd have choked her.
I was just like, because you're just like, well, why does it look so bad? Why is the print quality so bad? Why is the
You
sound
should
so
have known.
awful?
You should have known better.
You know what? I should have,
Yeah.
but
You took a chance.
yeah, I took a shot.
Did you ever show her, like, with the 4K version of it out now? Did you ever watch it with
No,
you?
we don't have the 4K version. I don't know if I could talk her into watching that one again.
Well, if you don't
Just
say
because
nothing,
she's
she
just
might
like-
not know.
And she definitely wouldn't remember it if it was like a third of the way through. So, yeah. Well, now how does those compare with like the most recent ones with
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
These recent ones aren't very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not good at all.
Mm.
They couldn't just follow the formula and make a movie?
No, not really.
They made it to where I think it happens after the first Halloween. So they ignored the previous Halloweens that Jamie Lee Curtis was in. Maybe part two. Maybe they started it right after part two. I can't remember. I think it was part one, but
Yeah.
but then you got the Rob Zombie Halloweens. Did you guys see any of those?
Horrible. I don't like Rob Zombie. I don't like anything zombie, I guess. But I don't like Rob Zombie. I don't care. I don't care for his style of filmmaking.
I love him.
I think he ruined the Halloween, trying to
What?
Yeah, because it's scarier when Michael Myers is just an evil thing. You know, we don't know why he's evil, but he's evil. Rob Zombie made him a product of his environment. That's why he is the way he is. That's not scary.
Did you see how he was living in that movie? That was scary.
It was not scary. And then it's one curse word after another. I don't mind cursing in movies, but it was overdone. I mean, that's all it's like he sat down in a typewriter and wrote the F word 50 times to this character, 40 times to this character. The only good thing about that movie was Danielle Harris.
Oh my god.
That's the only good thing.
I'll tell you why later.
That she shows up in that. That was the only good thing. But I don't care for his movies at all. Not at all.
I loved him.
Of course you do. But
I
it
did.
takes
It
away
was
the
good.
it takes away the scariness.
Well, it was
of the
his
movie.
vision of that story. It wasn't.
Even John Carpenter said, he ruined it. He said he's an asshole.
Okay. Well, John Carpenter's had some tankers too.
Yeah, but don't you see how it takes away from the scariness of it? That this, like
Look,
Dr. Loomis says, he could never reach him because what he was looking at was pure evil in its purest form. Not, he was a product of his environment. Because Michael Myers grew up in a good environment in the original, but he was just evil. Don't you think, Shane?
Yeah, it's just one of those Yeah, I don't like it when people try to overdo the when people try to overdo the background of a character. Sometimes a character just needs to be the character.
Right.
You don't need to know what pushed them, what caused them to be like this. Oh, why can't I understand them? No, sometimes you're just evil. Sometimes a shark's gonna eat. The vampire is just a blood-sucking vampire.
Right.
I'm sorry if his girlfriend got killed or his wife got killed by invaders, and now he's done all the. Who cares?
Some men just like to see the world burn.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Jeez.
So, no, one of the reasons I was kind of distracted there was I was trying to look up the movie because I couldn't remember the name of it. My favorite kind of 78er slasher film spoof was called Student Bodies. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, it's like, it's funny.
It is
it's like the Airplane.
It's like a C movie.
Like how they did Airplane with the original movie, the airport movie. They did it with like a like a slasher.
Yeah, it's like a slasher film spoof.
It's fun.
That is just very slapped together.
Yeah.
Very slapped together. But just funny. There's some of that stuff that just cracks me up. But very much worth seeing. If you never had a chance to see it, it's worth catching.
The one movie that we haven't talked about so far is probably the one that The Exorcist.
Oh God, yeah.
Ooh, I mean, when you think about scary movies and stuff,
watching the documentary on that movie, it was scary.
Yeah, I mean, what Billy freaking did, I call him Billy, but
well, that's
he remembers it.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's. And they had people killing themselves, fainting in the theater.
Yeah, did you see that thing on YouTube about the old newsreels of people running out of the theater
and
fainting and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just I wonder how much of that was the hype, though. I mean, people, they start getting into the hype and they psych themselves out.
No one's ever seen stuff like that before.
Well, that's true.
No one's seen a little girl do something to herself like that before. They've never seen pea soup getting thrown up on a priest before, and it was just a great story with great actors and great directions. I mean, a lot of people say was the worst part of that whole movie for them when they watched it was when she was getting the spinal tap.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it is kind of hard to watch. So
yeah, it is. Yeah. It is, and the stuff that he put his actors through, that guy, he should have been in jail.
Yeah, he would shoot a gun to get a reaction.
Yeah, I'd have kicked his ass.
Well, I remember Jason Miller said that, it's actually, I think it was Max von Sydow says, I am an actor. I know how to act when startled. So
right.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, and he does. Max. That's the one part I liked him in that as the priest.
I didn't realize how young he was when he shot that because they did a good makeup job to make him look old. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then of course when you see him in Strange Brew, you're like, oh, he's not that old.
What a wide variety of movies that guy characters he's played. He's played Jesus. He's played an exorcist. He's played the devil
and evil
things. Yeah. I mean, just a wide variety of roles.
It's just and Flash Gordon. I mean, he'll do anything.
Judge Dredd.
That's right. He's a Judge Dredd.
He was in 3 Days of the Condor. Robert Redford. What a great actor he was.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then of course we got Psycho. That's a great horror movie. Did that mess you up when you first watched it?
No. It didn't mess me up, no.
It didn't mess me up, but The Birds.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say
did.
That was, my mom says that was the scariest movie she ever saw.
Yeah. Did it mess you up watching Psycho?
Yeah, because I just wasn't expecting that ending. It was such a great, rememberable twist. Because, you didn't see a lot of movies with twists like that. There was no Shyamalan's very much back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, and like they said about Psycho, you don't see your main star get killed.
At the very beginning.
I mean, she's the main character.
Yeah.
you know, and then she can get and what's so funny about that is that, you know, a lot of people swore they saw the knife going in her when
Yeah.
Kitty Perkins is stabbed. That never happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so and what's really great about that is that Hitchcock made people keep mum about the movie
Yeah.
when they were coming out.
He
of
had
the
that
theater.
power to do it.
And people did. They didn't talk about it.
Same thing like
well,
when people didn't talk about Luke Skywalker and being Darth Vader's son.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
these
it's,
days, fuck, people can't wait to spoil the movies.
Yeah, and what's the M Night Shyamalan one? I See Dead People. The
Sixth Sense.
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense. Okay.
Yeah, nobody really talked about that either.
Nobody told you.
Yeah.
Nobody spoiled that movie. Everyone's like, "Go see it."
Yeah, that was
Go
it.
see that
Yeah.
movie because nobody wanted. You know, they wanted like, talk to me when you've seen it.
That
You
was
know,
a shocker.
That was
a shocker for me when I was watching that.
yeah.
I was like, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you go back and watch it again, you see all the things that, yeah, it was.
They weren't paying
how-
attention when
how
they were
he's-
talking to
yeah,
her
how
and
he
stuff.
set
yeah.
it up. You really needed to see The Sixth Sense again, twice.
You had to see it twice.
You had to
Oh,
see it
man.
twice.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
that part I hate the most in that movie is when that little kid is telling the mom that he talks to grandma, and she's like, is she, you know, disappointed in me? I actually can't talk about it. I'll start crying, but
Yeah. No, it is. It's sad though.
What?
When his mom, at the very end, when he,
I know what he's talking
confesses,
about.
shut
yeah.
the fuck up. I know where you're going. And I think we've already talked about my mom enough.
No, I wasn't even going there.
Oh, my
I wasn't
gosh.
even going
Yeah,
there.
you were.
No,
I got
no, I wasn't.
Like-
All right. So on that note, we're ending this now.
I was not going there, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. All right. We love you guys, and all this stuff isn't fun. So don't. If you don't want to like put bad negative comments about how mean Scott is, yeah, we'll understand.
Hey, I'm the best
It
thing.
helps the algorithm. So yeah.
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 You always got to have a bad guy.
Yeah.
All right. So with that,
Our bad
this
guys are
is
supposed to be interesting.
Spitball Cinema.